Hey everyone, and welcome back to another episode. Today, we're going to explore the nation of Kul Tiras. As you may already know, Kul Tiras is going to have a huge role to play in the upcoming expansion, but even more notably so because of their intense hatred of orcs. And so I hope that I'll be able to enhance your experience by showcasing to you a little of its background before the island nation hits the shores of Azeroth. Number 1. Kul Tiras probably has the most powerful navy in the world. Kul Tiras is an island nation founded more than 1,000 years ago. It was situated somewhere southwest of Lordaeron and west of Khazmodan. But the recent cataclysm caused the island to shift out to sea, of which its current whereabouts are unknown. Kul Tiras developed a thriving economy based on fishing and exports, building up a powerful navy in the process. Somewhat almost like Great Britain during the colonial times, an island state with powerful sea trade routes and an unstoppable navy. Its navy was decimated after the Second War against the Horde and their dragon riders, but she has since been able to build it back up to a substantial force. While incomparable to its strength from yesteryears, it's unlikely that there is any naval force on Azeroth comparable to it. This is very significant, as Kul Tiras has always been a staunch supporter of the Alliance, lending their ships to their aid whenever they require. While not shown in-game, all the major wars of the Alliance have had Kul Tiras' aid, even against Arthas and the Scourge. With Kul Tiras back on the board, the battle for the seas of Azeroth might very much tilt in favour of the Alliance. Kul Tiras has also been a long-time ally of Lordaeron, and would undoubtedly be one of the key proponents in wanting to wrest it back from the Horde. Number 2. The leaders of Kul Tiras. If you don't know it yet, Kul Tiras is actually ruled by none other than the Proudmoore family, of which the most famous figure we know is that of Jaina Proudmoore. If you manage to experience this in the Warcraft 3 storyline, Lord Admiral Daelin Proudmoore, who was the father of Jaina, used to be the ruler of Kul Tiras, until he met his end at the hands of Thrall and Rexxar. He has since been succeeded by his wife, Jaina's mother, Catherine Proudmoore, whom I am sure we will see in the next expansion. Not only that, but Jaina also has a brother, Tandred Proudmoore, who currently holds the position of Lord Admiral of the Kul Tiras Naval Forces. The Proudmoore family also has one additional member, who is unfortunately deceased. His name is Derek Proudmoore, elder brother of Jaina and Tandred, who was slain by Orcish dragon riders in the Second War. So there you have it. The Proudmoore family is pretty extensive, and with Jaina and Kul Tiras having such prominence in BfA, it's going to be exciting to see how their family dynamics will play out. Number 3. The history of the Proudmoores. In order to truly understand Kul Tiras and its potential impact in BfA, we need to understand its rulers, the Proudmoores, as the entire nation is basically a simplified extension of them. Most of us are quite well versed with Jaina's background. The significant feature of her history with Kul Tiras is that she took half the fleet during the Scourge invasion and set sail for Calendar. All of this happened in Warcraft 3, when Medivh warns her that she must flee with her people, establishing Theramore as the new home for the people of Kul Tiras. Daelin Proudmoore, her father, on the other hand, has a much more extensive history with Kul Tiras and the Alliance. During the Second War, Daelin was appointed Supreme Commander of the naval forces of the Alliance. His connections with Anduin Lothar, Stormwind, King Terenas Menethil II, Arthur's father, Lordaeron, and the Alliance couldn't be stronger, while also having a shared history with Gen Greymane and even Tyrion Fordrake. So not only is the nation a strong ally of the Alliance, but it also has a long history of battling against the Horde. Daelin possesses a personal hatred for the Horde, having his prized fleet not only wiped out by them and their dragon riders during the Second War, but also having lost his eldest son Derek in the process.
Jaina, bless the stars I've found you at last. When I heard that Lordaeron fell, I despaired. But I knew you'd find a way to escape. What is this? An ogre?
Father, wait.
Father?
The Horde is no longer our enemy. The orcs have their own kingdom now.
You have always been naive, my daughter. You aren't old enough to remember what these monsters did to our homeland. The orcs and their kin cannot be trusted. They must be exterminated like the mongrels they are.
I won't let you do it, Father. You don't understand.
I understand more than you suspect, my dear. Perhaps in time you will too. Seize them all!
Dalian unfortunately also met his end at the hands of orcs, namely Rexxar and Thrall. And so not only has the nation's leader been murdered by orcs, their prince been murdered by orcs, but their entire fleet had been wiped out by orcs.
I must admit, you orcs are more tenacious than I remembered. I thought you savages would have turned on each other by now.
This is not the Horde, remember, old man. We have no interest in conquest or murder. We have paid for the sins of our forebears in blood.
Can your blood atone for genocide, orc? Your Horde killed countless innocents with its rampage across Stormwind and Lordaeron. Do you really think you could just sweep all that away and cast aside your guilt so easily? No, your kind will never change, and I will never stop fighting you. For Sir Lothar!
It's over. Stand down, humans.
Father, why wouldn't you listen?
Above all else, Jaina, he was a proud warrior. Remember him as such. Durotar is now safe. We have no further quarrel with these humans. We will leave your isle in peace, Jaina. I pray we never have to come here again. Farewell, Sources.
It is easy to see how the rest of his relatives and the nation would all harbor an intense hatred of the Horde. Jaina has thus far been the exception to this, though she has very much in the recent expansions been wavering in her beliefs of diplomacy and peace towards the Horde. Kudos to her though, for having held out so long despite such a family history. So it will be exciting to see how personal vendettas might very much fuel the Alliance campaign, especially on its naval side, against the Horde forces. And that's a wrap. 3 simple background points that I hope will help enhance your experience when the expansion hits. If you liked this series on area lore, be sure to give the video a thumbs up so that I'll know, and I'll see you in Azeroth.